Pretty Much, and we're gonna tell you about our first time. Make you start.
For me, I'm not gonna really talk about my first kiss. Whoever it happened to, if you're watching this, you know who you are, but it happened in the 8th grade. But my first crush, believe it or not, it was this girl, Amanda Barber. She probably don't even know this, but I always used to talk about her when I was younger. It was like the 3rd grade, maybe, I don't know. But she was a cheerleader for my Pop Warner football team, so I would always get caught like looking at her, like, and they'd be like, Nick, get your head in the game, like, what are you doing? Put your helmet on, like, get on the field, like, it's your time to go. And I'm just like, bro, and everybody, whoever coached me, they still pick on me to this day, because they're like, yo, he was always checking out the girls in the cheerleading squad, never paying attention to the actual football game. So yeah.
I can so see that.
Can I name drop? Deanna Peters was my first crush ever.
I'm a name drop too. So when I was really young, I grew up with these 2 girls. They were best friends. They were my best friends. At first, I had a crush on one of them. Her name's Logan. And then later on, I had a crush on the other girl. Her name's Savannah. So kind of went hand in hand. But I never went farther than friends with them. So, and they're still my friends today. Sorry, guys.
Did you kiss them?
No. They were just like crushes.
Whoa. Yeah, my first real kiss was actually funny because
Crush was the question?
No, it's the first
crush or first kiss.
Crush or kiss.
Or you just say both.
And my first official kiss was actually in LA, and I was like thinking about doing it the whole movie. We were watching, and then finally the credits were rolling, and like we look at each other and we're just like, let's go, boys!
It was so awkward.
It was very awkward.
When I was in 3rd grade, I was one of the hall monitors.
No, I can just see it.
Like, and you have you're like a hall monitor for like the kindergartners, and I was like in 3rd grade. You know, I felt like a cool dude. And my like crush at the time, she was like, "Hey, I want to kiss you." And I was like, "Me too." So then we snuck into the staircase, and I was just like, "Okay, I'm ready." And I was like, "Oh, gotta go do work now." And then I went back. That was my first kiss.
I can imagine exactly how it went. He went. He just ran. He didn't say anything else. Just darted up the door.
I remember the first time Would You Mind dropped.
Was there a second time it dropped?
I remember the first time Would You Mind dropped. We all whipped out our phones, played it, and we were just running around the house, getting it on our social media and on Snapchat. We're pushing each other like, "Yo, it's out! Oh my God!" And we're running, and then after 5 minutes, we were like, "Wow, that was amazing."
We were caught off guard a little bit because we were waiting till I thought midnight, but we forgot that it comes out earlier in California.
In other places.
And so then we saw some fan posts and I was like, "Yo, it's out."
Yeah, I think the coolest part about it was that we finally got to show our artwork in Apple Music
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. We were just like, damn.
We had a whole artist page. You click on us, it's got a little header, you know.
In one song.
So we work at professional studios sometimes, and then we also have a studio at the house. Because we live together, we'll just be like, "Yo, let's get in the studio." This guy's a crazy producer, so he's got beats on beats on beats, and we'll just get in all together, just throw melodies down, and all up from there.
I think what was also cool was just the whole creative process and getting to work with really, really good writers like Sab and Kotecha. It was exciting to see it all come together. Us, like you said, see the artwork on iTunes, Spotify.
Little blue check on Spotify.
Yeah.
People think it's hard because there's 5 people in one room with a producer and another writer. But we really know our place.
Yeah. And the fan reaction was amazing.
Yeah, reaction was
Yo, I was so caught up. And the moms of the fans were running up and be like, "Yo, we really love this song." It reminds me of when I was in high school, driving to, I was like, "Yo, it's word." So tight.
Word.